Hey guys, and welcome back to Jake Bakes. It's time yet again for another Holi Bakes. And today, while I'm doing some Black Friday shopping, I got some inspiration. I went to a small little local batch brewery of coffee and got this delicious snack called a Cranberry Bliss Bar. Now, I know this is everyone's favorite, but what makes something that you buy even better? Making it homemade. So we're gonna make my version of Cranberry Bliss Bars. I've got a friend at home waiting to meet me and help me. So let's get in the kitchen and let's get baking. Hey Jesse, thank you so much for finally being on the show.
Hey Jake, thanks for finally having me here.
I thought of you immediately because today's episode was inspired really by one of your favorite places in all of the universe.
Oh my god, Starbucks.
It's Starbucks. I know you're typically like a PSL queen.
Pumpkin spice is life, Jake.
I want to bring you over to the winter season though and convince you to come the way of like the peppermint mocha life. I'm going to do some really delicious winter treats, which are Cranberry Bliss Bars.
Okay, well, you can try your hardest, but I'm pretty set on pumpkin spice latte.
Well, I'm going to do my very damnedest. So Starbucks has their Cranberry Bliss Bars. These are my Cranberry Dream Bars. Mm-hmm. So you want to help me?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Perfect. So I'm going to have you get started on the dry ingredients.
Okay.
So in front of you, I have 2 3/4 cups of just all-purpose flour. Add the 2 teaspoons of baking powder, just right on top. Give it a good pinch of salt.
You want the salt from here, not from my soul, right? Because I need that to get through the wheat.
We want just a little salt, not a lot of salt.
Okay.
Now go ahead and just use this whisk and mix that together. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and cream 3/4 cup of just unsalted butter, room temperature, with 1 1/4 cups of sugar. All right, so this looks good. It's very light and fluffy and pale in color, which is what we wanted. To this, we need to add in some of our flavors. I'm gonna have you go ahead and add in a tablespoon of crystallized ginger that I've just chopped up really finely. And then 1/2 teaspoon of orange zest.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and add in 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 2. Make sure to get it all over the counter.
Okay.
What is this, cocktail moment?
All right.
Now that that's all mixed together, I'm gonna give it a quick spin. And let's go ahead and slowly pour in the eggs. I have 1 whole egg and 1 egg white in there. There we go, let it go for a second. I wanna mix that egg white in first. There we go. And now go ahead and add in the egg white, the last one. Perfect, that whole egg is in there. I'll mix this up real quick.
I gotta say, that smells delicious already.
I know, that's what I love about it. It's very Christmassy. So now, we're gonna go ahead and add in the dry ingredients in 3 additions. Okay. So I'm gonna lift this up just so that you can do about 1/3 of that in there. So then I'll mix this in first. And we do this just so that we're not over mixing everything and make sure that everything gets all kind of moistened at the same time. Then go ahead and add in that last bit. Just dump all that in. Perfect. We really wanna do this just until it's all mixed together. So that is good. I don't see any glass left. And then finally, this is just 3/4 cups of white chocolate and then 3/4 cups of dried cranberries.
Okay.
Add all these in. And we don't want to over mix this because the cranberries will change the color of the actual dough. Perfect. We've got a good dough like this, but we want to actually let it firm up some. So we're going to throw this in the fridge for about a half hour until it's nice and firmed up some.
Okay.
Okay, so we've had these chilling for about an hour or so. We're going to go ahead and line a 9x13 with parchment paper, or I'll show you a little trick that I do. So I just take the parchment paper and make little slips out of it. That way, when we're done and they've been baked, we can just lift up on these to actually pull them out.
Very smart. I would not have thought about that.
I'm just gonna lift this up. We're gonna press this in. Perfect. So we're just gonna push this in. So go ahead on your side. We're gonna push these. I'm gonna work a little bit over that way.
Push it in fast or slow?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, that's not what everyone says.
Oh, well, I like to ease it in to each corner.
I kind of have to ease it into each quarter.
Oh.
Otherwise, you hurt the baking pan.
Well, these are cheap.
Are you talking
Don't
about
worry.
me or the baking pan?
Both.
Oh, okay.
So this seems pretty good. We just want to make sure we get all the corners in nicely. We're gonna get these in the oven at 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes, just until the top is set. We don't want these to brown too much because we want to keep them really nice and moist. All right, our cranberry bars are out of the oven and they are chilling. And since it's gonna take a few minutes, we're gonna go ahead and make our icing in the meantime. Okay. 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 ounces of cream cheese. And while we're doing that, go ahead and add in, it's about a half a teaspoon of orange zest. Perfect. Whip this up a little bit, get this light and fluffy. Oh my God, that orange zest smells so good.
It smells delicious.
So potent. Now, we're gonna add the powdered sugar and the vanilla. So slowly, add in a little bit of that. Awesome. I'm gonna do this nice and slow. I love this because it smells like, that orange is just so potent.
Yeah, it smells like a candle.
And I'm gonna go ahead and add in about a teaspoon of vanilla at this point too. I'm gonna whip this up real quick. And then I'll have you add in the last bit of that. Awesome. So we'll get this whipped up and set this aside until the bars are perfectly chilled so they won't melt when I put this on there.
What are we gonna do with the rest of this orange zest?
So now that these are nice and chilled and everything's all kind of out with the icing, and I chopped up some white chocolate chips, and I've got some cranberries that I went and chopped up as well, dried obviously. We just need to ice this and decorate it, and then I get to make a believer out of you. Let me go ahead. I'll just ice these real quick, and then I'll have you do the decor. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Some nice little swirls at the end. Woo! White chocolate bay. I'm not nearly as fancy as you are. The pièce de résistance. I'm gonna drizzle some white chocolate over it. I'm just using a Ziploc bag. I used a 1/4 cup of white chocolate chips and a tablespoon of vegetable oil. Okay. So it's gonna give us a nice drizzle over top.
Yeah, I feel like you're going too fast.
I'll go slow.
You can caress the drizzle.
Caress the drizzle?
You gotta work it out slowly.
Ooh, okay, you are better at this than me. I'll just do this. You can just do this from now on. Well, Jesse, we did it. They look amazing.
They do look amazing.
Now it's time to taste it. You ready?
I'm very excited.
Okay, well, grab yours. And so. Okay.
You're way better than I thought.
Way better than Starbucks. I mean, they're great. Oh my God. They're really moist, they're very fresh, they're delicious. Did I make a believer out of you?
You did, but I'm sorry, I was drinking Starbucks.
Well, Jesse, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. I hope you had fun.
I did.
Thank you guys so much for joining us for the first Holi Bakes. We'll see you here next time on Jake Bakes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Peppermint mocha.
Pumpkin spice.
So next time you go to Starbucks, what are you going to order?
Whatever this is.